Oh, the words from the pages change your world. Your world. They can change your heart. They can change your mind. They can change your life. New Black Wall Street Book can change your world.
The New Black Wall Street Book Club can absolutely change your life and change your world because it can help change the way that you think. And if you begin to change the way that you think, you'll begin to change the way that you speak and the way that you act. Once you begin to change the way that you speak and the way that you act, you'll begin to change your habits. And when you begin to change your habits, you will begin to change your results. And the results that you get effectively are what make up your life. This is the New Black Wall Street Book Club, where Black folk do read. You put in a book like the Bible. You put it in a book like Daily Motivation for African American Success by Mr. Dennis P. Kimbro, and we absolutely will find it. I'm your host, ERGJ, your certified financial educator, CEO of ERGJ Enterprises, ERGJ Black Bazaar, and international best-selling author of the book, The Black Billionaires Club. The book that I wrote, guys, is a study of Black wealth. It's a study of the 12 richest Black people in the world today and how they built their wealth. And I just truly believe that if you want to be wealthy, that's a big if, by the way. But if you do, I recommend that you study wealthy people. And you can begin that study by simply picking up a $25 book that can change the way that you think about money. And it can help change the way that you act as it relates to money. And it can help change the results that you get when it comes to money. Finally, go check out the website, www.theblackbillionairesclub.com, to pick up your copy today. www.theblackbillionairesclub.com. Pick up your copy today. Well, grand rising to you billionaires, all you beautiful people. Let's see who's joined us here this morning as the early bird gets the worm for our daily motivation. Grand rising to you, King Anthony is in the house, man, out of Dallas, Fort Worth area. Good morning to you, King Phil. The bros are out this morning, man. Thanks so much for joining us here today on the New Black Wall Street Book Club. Queen Alicia over Instagram, thanks so much for joining us here today on the New Black Wall Street Book Club. Queen Jennifer is in the house, man. Thanks so much for joining us here today on the New Black Wall Street Book Club Hump Day. Grand rising to you, Queen Yvette is in the house. Thanks so much for joining us here today on New Black Wall Street Book Club. Queen Gloria is in the house as well. Thanks so much for joining us here today on the New Black Wall Street Book Club. As we get back to the basics, beautiful people, back to the basics, and we should be done by Friday, I believe. We're on 143. Probably by Friday we should be done as we go through the Book of Psalms. And so Monday is the 1st of June, and that's a great day for us to start back with Proverbs, and that's exactly what we're going to do. So on Monday, we'll be getting back into the book of Proverbs. So I'll figure out what I will do Saturday and Sunday. We'll probably go through some other motivational stuff to help us kind of move throughout the weekend, okay? So that's probably what we'll do. I think I'll read The Greatest Salesman in the World. I'll read probably 2-3 of those to get us through the weekend. So on Monday, we'll be getting back into the book of Proverbs, a proverb a day, 30 days in June, 30 Proverbs. We'll be done with the book of Proverbs by the end of June. Then I'll move to Ecclesiastes finally. Okay, that's what we'll do, okay? But the book of Psalms, we'll be going through today, Psalms 140 through 143. So hopefully we can catch up. We can catch 4 Psalms today, get us closer to finishing and completing what we started, which is a journey through the book of Psalms, which I consider to be a song for my soul. And so let's get this thing crack-a-lacking. Psalm number 140, which is a Psalm of David. Psalm number 140, a Psalm of David, New Black Wall Street Book Club. I'm coming out of the Message Bible. I don't know what version you might be reading from if you have one that you're reading through today. Psalm number 140, let's read. God, get me out of here, away from this evil. All they do is think of new ways to be bad. They spend their days plotting war games. They practice the sharp rhetoric of hate and hurt, speak venomous words that maim and kill. God, keep me out of the clutch of these wicked ones. Protect me from these vicious people. Stuffed with self-importance, they plot ways to trip me up, determined to bring me down. These crooks invent traps to catch me and do their best to incriminate me. I prayed, God, you're my God. Listen, God, mercy. God, my Lord, strong Savior, protect me when the fighting breaks out. Don't let the wicked have their way, God. Don't give them an inch. These troublemakers are all around me. Let them drown in their own verbal poison. Let God pile hellfire on them. Let him bury them alive in crevices. These loud mouths, don't let them be taken seriously. These savages, let the devil hunt them down. I know that you, God, are on the side of victims, that you care for the rights of the poor. And I know that the righteous personally thank you, that good people are secure in your presence. Everybody put in the console, I'm secure in God's presence. That good people are secure in your presence. To be secure in God's presence. Secure in God's presence. Right? Still continue to pray for my left hip. Absolutely. Back to the basics. Absolutely. Proverbs. Yes, we're going to be getting into Proverbs, a song for my soul. I'm secure in God's presence. Psalm number 140 is protection against the lies. Out of the book, The Power of the Psalms, protection against the lies. And I'm pretty sure many of us have come across liars in our lives, right? Our haters and our critics, they always got something to say. I'm secure in the presence of God. Psalm number 141. Psalm number 141. Grand Rising City Queen Tequila is in the house. Thanks so much for joining us here today on the New Black Wall Street Book Club. Psalm number 141, which is also a Psalm of David. A Psalm of David. Grand Rising City. Aaron Black Legacy is in the house. Thanks so much for joining us here today on the New Black Wall Street Book Club. Psalm number 144, Psalm of David, or New Black Wall Street Book Club. Let's read. God, come close. Come quickly. Open your ears. It's my voice you're hearing. Treat my prayers as sweet incense rising. My raised hands are my evening prayers. Post a guard at my mouth, God. Set a watch at the door of my lips. Don't let me so much as dream of evil or thoughtlessly fall into bad company. Thoughtlessly fall into bad company. And these people who only do wrong, don't let them lure me with their sweet talk. May the just one set me straight. May the kind one correct me. Don't let sin anoint my head. I'm praying hard against their evil ways. Oh, let their leaders be pushed off a high rock cliff. Make them face the music. Like a rock pulverized by a maul. Let their bones be scattered at the gates of hell. But God, dear Lord, I only have eyes for you. Everybody put in the comments, so I only have eyes for you. I only have eyes for you. Since I've run for dear life to you, take good care of me. Protect me from their evil scheming, from all their demonic subterfuge. Let the wicked fall flat on their faces while I walk off without a scratch. Let the wicked fall flat on their faces while I walk off without a scratch. I only have eyes for you. My brother Big Sam, how are you, man? Thanks so much for joining us here today on the New Black Wall Street Book Club. I only have eyes for you. I'm secure. I'm secure in God's presence. I'm secure in God's presence. I only have eyes for you. Psalm number 141 was to turn me away from temptation, to keep me away from temptation, to keep me away from temptation. Psalm number 142, which is a prayer of David when he was in the cave. All right, so he was in the cave. He did this prayer. So this is David's prayers, New Black Wall Street Book Club. Let's read. I cry out loudly to God. Loudly I plead with God for mercy. I spill out all my complaints before him and spell out my troubles in detail. As I sink in despair, my spirit ebbing away, you know how I'm feeling. Know the danger I'm in, the traps hidden in my path. Look right, look left. There's not a soul who cares what happens. I'm up against it with no exit, bereft and left alone. I cry out, God, call out. You're my last chance, my only hope for life. Oh, listen, please listen. I've never been this low. This rescue me from those who are hunting me down. I'm no match for them. Get me out of this dungeon so I can thank you in public. Your people will form a circle around me, and you'll bring me showers of blessing. Your people will form a circle around me, and you'll bring me showers of blessing. The God of mercy. The God of mercy. Oh, I've been doing well, Big Sam, man. Thanks so much, man. Just keeping it going. Grand rising to you. Queen Debbie is in the house, man. Thanks so much for joining us here today on the New Black Wall Street Book Club. That's right. I only have eyes for you. And here's my question, guys. As I was thinking about Psalm number 142, he said, I spill out all my complaints before him. But what would it be if before we start going to all our friends and family and mom and them and sister and them, and we had this complaint, if we went to God first? And I spill out all my complaints before God. Lord, that leaves us in the situation where we are doing nothing but building our relationships versus telling everybody all our stuff. Man, I spill out all my complaints before him. Is it possible that you're spending too much time complaining to people and not really letting God in your prayers know how you're feeling, what's going on? I spill out all my complaints before him. How many guys know, and comments go, put in the comments, God listens. How many guys know that God actually listens to you? He doesn't look at you and say, stop complaining. That's what people do. God say, man, get it all out. Hey, get it all out. I spell all my complaints to him. Psalm 142 is encouragement when in distress. This was a psalm to encourage you when you're in distress. To encourage you when you're in distress. I only have eyes for you. Grand Rising to you, Queen Brittany's in the house, man. Thanks so much for joining us. God listens. He listens. God listens. We'll do one more, guys. Psalm number 143. Again, we are tracking along. 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. We'll have 7 more left to complete our book of Psalms as we are just starting what we finished, right? Going through the book of Psalms, and then we'll transition over to our daily motivation from Mr. Dennis P. Kimbro. Psalm number 143 is a Psalm of David. Psalm 143 is a Psalm of David. This is Psalm of David. Our last one we'll do today. New Black Wall Street Book Club. Let's read. Listen to this prayer of mine, God. Pay attention to what I'm asking. Answer me. You're famous for your answers. Do what's right for me. But please don't haul me into court. Not a person alive will be acquitted there. The enemy hunted me down. He kicked me and stopped me within an inch of my life. He put me in a black hole, buried me like a corpse in that dungeon. I sat there in despair, my spirits draining away, my heart heavy like lead. I remember the old days when you went over all you've done, pondered the ways you worked, stretched out my hands to you as thirsty for you as the desert thirsty for rain. Everybody put in comments, I remember the old days. I remember the old days. I'm going to repeat this again. I remember the old days. When I was in my worst time, when I was in my despair, when I was in the dungeon, when I was at the end of my life, I remembered the old days. I went over all that you've done in my life. I pondered the ways that you worked in my life. I stretched out my hands to you, as thirsty for you as desert thirsty for rain. Hurry with your answer, God. I'm nearly at the end of my rope. Don't turn away. Don't ignore me. That will be certain death. If you wake me each morning with the sound of your loving voice, I'll go to sleep each night trusting in you. Point out the road I must travel. I'm all ears, all eyes before you. Save me from my enemies, God. You're my only hope. Teach me how to live to please you, because you're my God. Lead me by your blessed spirit into cleared and level pasture land. Save me. Teach me. Lead me. Everybody put it in the comments below. Save me. Teach me. Lead me. Save me. Teach me. Lead me. Now, for just a quick second, I want you to think about this for a second. Save me. Now, he'll do that anyway, but many times we have to be open to that, right? We have to be open to what God may bring into our life, into a situation that actually could be the savior of the moment, the angel or whatever the case may be. Teach me. Are we willing to listen? Are we good students? To be able to say that, that's saying that I'm open to learn, right? I'm open to listen. I'm open to pick up some things. Lead me. Again, to say that says also that I'm open to follow. When Jesus came into the land, he told Matthew, follow me. Matthew started following. When God has entered into your space and says, follow me, do you just follow? Or are we stubborn kids? Save me. Teach me. Lead me. All three of those statements are saying that I'm open to it. That I'm open to it. Not hard-headed, not hard-hearted, right? We released some things, we've forgiven some things, and I'm open to God saving my life, open to God teaching me what I don't know, and open to following until I become a better leader. Save me from my enemies. God, you're my only hope. Teach me how to live to please you because you're my God. Lead me by your blessed spirit in cleared and level pasture land. Keep up your reputation, God. Give me life. In your justice, get me out of this trouble. In your great love, vanquish my enemies. Make a clean sweep of those who harass me. And why? And why? Because I'm your servant. Because I'm your servant. Now, it's 140, 141, 2, and 3 here for our breakfast manna this morning. I encourage you guys to do this again for lunch, to have your lunch manna. God says you shall not live off bread alone. He's basically simply saying, man, that's the physical part, but you also need to feed your mind and your soul, your spirit. And you can do that by reading the word of God, to meditate on the word day and night. I encourage you also to do it again at dinner time for your dinner manna. 140 through Psalms 143, meditate on the word day and night, and God promises that you will have good success. Let's find out what you guys are doing here in the comments, then we'll get over to our daily motivation for African-American success. Our daily motivation for African-American success. Brother Sam says, man, absolutely, God listens in silence, though. Through our darkest moments, God is always with us. Absolutely, man. I remember the old days. Save me, teach me, lead me. I remember the old days. I remember the old days, right? I remember the good old days. That's right. Save me, teach me, lead me. Save me, teach me, lead me, Lord. Save me, teach me, lead me. Be willing to listen to God's voice. Be willing to listen. I like that. Be willing, right? Be willing, right? Save me, teach me, lead me. We'll transition now over to our daily motivation for African-American success. And this is a book written by Dennis P. Kimbro, one of the great Black authors of our day, who's still alive, who's still writing great literature to help Black folk to help themselves. Today's title is Parental Discretion Advised. Parental Discretion Advised. Let's find out what he has for us here today for our daily motivation for African-American success. And here is our quote of the day. Comes from a Marion Wright Edelman, who's the founder of the Children's Defense Fund, Black woman. I think it was a woman, Marion. Could be a man, not quite sure. Anyway, here's the quote. It says this: children should keep on the straight and narrow path if they could get information from someone whose children could keep on the straight and narrow path if they could get information from someone who's been over the route. Children could keep on the straight and narrow path if they could get information from someone who's been over the route. Okay. Let's find out what Mr. Dennis P. Kimbro has for us today for our daily motivation. right? Heard a great interview with those guys, powerful with his words. Absolutely. I think you posted that the other day. I think I saw you post a YouTube video. Absolute cable, free lifestyle. Thanks so much for joining. Let's see what we got here for us today here on our daily motivation, parental discretion advised, New Black Wall Street Book Club. Let's read. When a proud mother and father hold their 7-pound bundle of joy in their arms, it's difficult to imagine that someday that little package will be a 6-foot, 200-pounder or 5-foot beauty who will make major contributions to the world. Positive parents, however, have the capacity to see the future, to use their imaginations, to visualize that child growing up to be a loving, creative, successful adult. Just as the renowned sculptor Selma Burke sees her masterpieces in granite and stone long before she strikes the first blow, so must parents confidently project an image of the fine young man or woman who will engage from that tiny block of humanity. It is the responsibility of the parent to nurture that impressionable child through successive stages into positive adulthood. Of course, the nurturing process is not easy. A well-baked cake consists of many ingredients blended in the correct format for the proper length of time. To raise children who will be winners in tomorrow's world, parents must use many essential ingredients: love, tenderness, discretion, and other qualities, all wrapped in an abundance of care and commitment for the children's eventual well-being. We can't take for granted that our children will feel as good about themselves as we want them to. But we can set the stage for success by giving their egos a nudge here and a kiss there. Everybody put in the console, set the stage. Set the stage. We can set the stage for success. We can set the stage for success by giving their egos a nudge here and a kiss there. Raising positive children is no small task by any stretch of the imagination, but it can be fun, exciting, and tremendously rewarding. Setting the stage of success. Now, I will say this, just as he's talking about raising children, just as he's talking about a nudge, giving a positive nudge, ego, a nudge and here and a kiss there. I believe it's the same thing we can do with those who we influence. Because in a sense, if you are a teacher of some sort, your students typically, they're kind of like your children. I mean, in a sense, the moments that you have with them are impressionable. And you can give their egos a nudge here and a kiss there to help them to become positive individuals, right? That make a contribution to this society. So as you think about whatever it is that you do, sometimes I think we overlook the influence that we have, no matter how big or how small. We overlook that people are watching. We overlook that we do actually have followers. The problem is that when we don't realize that or recognize that, it's like, well, the question comes up, well, where are we leading them to? I want you to understand that you do have followers. I want you to understand that there are people watching. They may not be your children, biologically, but they can still be your kids out in this world, and you actually are a role model and you don't even know it. As you do have followers, ask yourself, where are you leading them? Where are you leading them? What impact does your influence have on those who are watching you that you don't even know they're watching? You don't even know that they're watching. What impact, as you set the stage for the success of others, is your influence having on people who are watching that you don't even know? Woo! Set the stage, build a foundation, set the stage. Here is our affirmation of the day. Here's our opportunity to begin to plant a seed of thought into our membrane. And we can drive that thing deep, deep, deep into our subconscious. And the way that we do that is by repeating this affirmation over and over and over again until it brings forth a harvest into our life. Here's where we're going to use the power that we've been given by God. The power of the tongue to speak life into our life. To speak life into our life. We'll do this 3 times. That way we can get it. 3 times for our affirmation of the day on parental discretion advised, especially for those who really do have kids. You really are a parent. this will be a great affirmation for you to hear today. Our affirmation of the day, repeat after me. Let's do it 3 times. Repeat after me. Today, I will let my child know that he or she can succeed. Now, if you don't have a child, just think about your followers, or you'll let somebody know. Might be your niece, nephew, whatever. Affirmation day, let's do it again. Repeat after me. Today, I'll let my child know that he or she can succeed. Now, I don't want you to take this for granted because your child may be an adult now. Doesn't matter. That call, that text, that communication, it could be exactly what they need for such a time as this. And I don't know a better feeling as you think about your parents, for them to tell you that you can succeed. How does that make you feel? How does that make you feel? Affirmation today, let's do it one more time for the people in the back, the people in the way back. This time, say it like you mean it. This time, say it with some conviction. This time, say it with your chest. Repeat after me. Today, I will let my child know that he or she can succeed. This is the New Black Wall Street Book Club, where Black folk do read for our daily motivation. If you put it in a book, like the Bible, if you put it in a book, like Daily Motivation for African American Success by Mr. Dennis P. Kimbro, if you put it in a book, like The Black Billionaires Club, written by yours truly, we absolutely will find it. I'm your host, ERGJ, your certified financial educator. Let's catch up on these comments, man. That's right. Man, today, I will let my child know that he or she can succeed. Today, I'll let my child know that he or she can succeed. Where am I leading them? Where am I leading my followers? Where am I leading my followers? Today, I'll let my child know that he or she can succeed. I want you guys to remember this, that it takes a village. It starts with us. Let's build as we climb together. We all we got, beautiful people. Matter of fact, we all we need. And thank God. Thank God. That's more than enough. Until next episode, you know what time it is. Mr. DJ, hit the music.